What's up everybody, it's your boy DEEPSIDE. Today we're going to be talking about if you should join the Navy in 2024. Before this video starts, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe and let's get right into it. So the first reason why I think you should join the Navy in 2023 is the life experience and career growth opportunities that it gives you is completely unmatched. What I mean by that is there's a very minute amount of careers where you don't need a college degree, you don't need a lot of experience to get into, that's gonna plug you into different parts of the world, and you're gonna learn so much about life in your time being in the Navy. And that's a lot of experiences that you definitely wouldn't have in other careers where you're just working at McDonald's or even being like a real estate agent or doing something cool like going to college. You'll move from one place, right? But I will 100% say to you, in my 2 years of being in the Navy, I feel like I've lived many different lives in the past, couple of years. I've gone from living my normal civilian life, getting out of high school, working for the summer, working at Texas Roadhouse, to, going to boot camp, living that life, learning what that was like, and, making it through boot camp, then going to A school, learning my rate, learning everything that I need to learn. And these are all different versions of my life, just learning so much. And then going out to the fleet, living in San Diego for a little bit, then going back to C school, back to Baltimore, learning another aspect of life, learning so much more about life that I wouldn't have learned. And I know after I come back from this upcoming deployment that I'm about to go on, the experience is just going to be completely unmatched. And I don't think a lot of people have this opportunity. So if you are eligible for joining the Navy, you got to consider, the level of experience that you're going to have compared to other people just in life is going to be unmatched almost. You're going to live about 5 years of life in 1 year, and you're going to do that for so on and so on. And so your experience level, you go from, being like an 18-year-old kid, being a 19-year-old kid, maybe you're 17, 20, to mentally you're like 30. And if you really spend the time that you need in the Navy, advancing yourself and developing yourself, and not just partying and, drinking and doing all this crazy stuff and trying to get that life experience and, working out, developing yourself, you could come out of your first contract or your second contract or whenever you decide to get out way ahead of people who are in the same age bracket as you. So the people who are, 19, 18, 20, you could come, 10 years more advanced than them, and you've only been in the Navy for 4 to 6 years on your first contract. Next thing I want to say is there's just so many opportunities to travel the world in the Navy, because the Navy is the most mobile branch in the entire military. We are the only branch where our command is literally floating in the water. And so we go to so many different parts of the world. We go to Australia, Japan, Spain, Italy, Greece. There's so much different orders that you can take depending on your job, and also just depending on what ship you're on. If you're on the West Coast, you'll probably go to Asia a lot more, and Australia. If you're on the East Coast, you'll probably go to Europe or the Middle East. Dubai is a big port out of the East Coast sailors, or you could just end up overseas, stationed overseas, and just be on a ship. You'll probably be on sea duty for a while, so you'll be on a ship for your first couple years, and then you'll get to go to a thing called shore duty. And just depending on what manning is, you could end up in a really cool place. So you have to consider that whenever you are thinking about joining the Navy. Where can you end up? You don't know. And for my people who are like me, who are from a city where you don't really make it out, where people get stuck there and financially are burdened, joining the Navy is a huge escape from that type of environment. A lot of my friends back in high school actually I have gotten married, gotten pregnant, and we're not even, like 21 yet. Most of my friends can't even drink, and they already have, families and responsibilities. A lot of them are broke, and with me joining the Navy kind of, saved me from falling into that same type of trap too. I obviously wouldn't have fallen into that trap just being who I am. I know I'm going to be successful no matter what, but if you need a place to go to like escape your current environment, the Navy is absolutely 100% amazing for that. Another reason I would argue for joining the Navy is the type of character development that you're going to experience, especially if you really care about leadership and, you know, being a positive influence on people. You can find a lot of mentorship opportunities. As a junior sailor, there's going to be a lot of E5s, E6s, E7s, E8s, E9s who are going to want to take you under their wing and give you advice and, you know, show you the ropes so that you can go and replace them. If that is something that you care about, if you want to develop your character, you feel like, you know, maybe you're a bad person or you feel like you could be better, there's a lot of opportunities in the military to get that mentorship, which will make you a better person. And also taking on responsibilities to lead other people is going to give you experience to really be a good mentor and a good person. It's going to make you a better person, a better husband, a better, you know, better wife, a better father, a better mother, a better friend, better family member. There's a lot of things that the Navy has personally taught me when it comes to character development, being a leader, which applies to, you know, my life. It's taught me how to network. It's taught me how to talk to people in a professional manner, talk to people and really just understand how people work, just because you have to play politics. You know, not everybody in the Navy is a good person, but if you are trying to get in the Navy and become a better person, the Navy is a great stepping stone to get to that character that you want to build. The reason why you should consider joining the Navy is the education benefits. I was actually at a symposium for my job the past couple of days, and I learned so much about, you know, being an MC. And if you guys don't know what an MC is, we take pictures. We're basically journalists for the military. So I'm coming at this with the perspective of my career, and there are other YouTubers who can give you their perspective from their career. But for me, you know, being a journalist in the military, I was learning so much about my job and, you know, how to write better, how to take better pictures. And it just depends on what you're interested in. If you want to get into some type of trade, you know, there are jobs in the military that's going to teach you how to weld and how to fix piping, or, you know, you could get like admin skills or learn so much different things depending on your job, and you can do it all for free. And not only will you get to learn these skills for free, you get paid to learn these skills. Whereas if you were to go to college, like if I wanted to go to college to be a journalist, I would have to pay, you know, thousands of dollars to do the job that I'm doing right now, to be qualified to get hired. Whereas in the military, they paid me the entire time while I was in school, you know. And then they also have these programs where, like US Naval Community College, where you can do a 2-year associate's degree completely for free, not even touch your tuition assistance, and then get out and still use your GI Bill and your Hazelwood Act if you're from Texas. There's so many different education benefits to joining the military, which come with joining the military, which you would not be able to get as a civilian whatsoever. Now, there are much more reasons to join the Navy. And if you guys want to see a part 2 of that, go ahead and leave it in the comments right now, just so I can get some ideas. If you feel like I'm missing something of why you should join the Navy, go ahead and put that in the comments also. I'm going to talk about maybe some of the downsides of why you shouldn't join the Navy, because I want to be as honest and as transparent with you guys as I can be. This channel is not like a recruiting channel or anything like that. This is just me talking from my own personal experience and what I've seen, and trying to put out good information to you guys because I care, you know, and I want you guys to be able to have the best lives possible. So let's talk about maybe some of the cons of joining the Navy, which may deter you, you know. Some of the cons are you'll miss your family sometimes. So sometimes you have to miss like events that you wouldn't like to miss. Like if you're on deployment during Christmas, you might not be able to come home for Christmas, and you need to be aware of, you know, you are serving your country, so you are making that kind of sacrifice, and your family is also making that sacrifice with you. And if your family member is in the military, you know, try to support them in their decision, because there's going to be times where you guys can't see each other, and you guys just have to, you know, understand that. Another thing is, for a while, the pay will not be that great until you rank up to a certain level. So the military is really good for educating its sailors, teaching you how to be, you know, the best you can possibly be. But they don't always, you know, pay you money that you could just spend and do whatever with. Like, a lot. You get about $2,000 a month as a E3, you know, and as you rise to the ranks, that pay becomes more and more because they pay you off of, you know, what you know and what you can train other sailors to do. But starting off in the military, it's kind of like that paycheck, it kind of hurts, but you get all these developmental things that happen in your life, which I would say make it worth it for me. But I want you guys to consider that, because you're not going to join the military and become rich. It's just not going to happen at first. You can become rich while you're in the military if you diversify and work hard and, you know, build other businesses outside of that, build other infrastructure, because that's what I'm doing. I do great with money. But just off the military alone, you're not going to become rich. The thing I want you guys to consider is, depending on what job that you choose, it could be very taxing on your body. So, you know, maybe your knees start to hurt, things like that. The military has a great healthcare system. Just make sure if you guys are doing a job like that, you go to medical often, get everything documented so that you can put in a VA claim, because the military will pay you for, you know, all the damage that it did to your body afterwards, but you have to get it documented and you have to really stay on top of your physical health while you're in the military, and just make sure everything is good to go so that whenever you get out of the military, you're not just hurt and not able to work, you know, the same way that you are able to work right now whenever you're out. So I would say, if you are considering joining a job that's a little bit physically taxing, even if it, you know, turn out fine, just consider that, you know, your body could take some damage and it could be, you know, permanent. And also, if we go to war, I mean, you could potentially die. You probably won't die, but like, it's always a possibility, and you have to consider that. But ultimately for me, I've joined the Navy. I'm super happy. I've been able to network and build my business. And one thing I do want to say about joining the Navy is, just because you join the Navy doesn't mean that's all you are. So if you guys have dreams, or like you want to start your own business outside of the military, or you want to be an influencer, things like that, you can 1000% do that while you're in the Navy. Of course, it makes it harder sometimes, but you can still do pretty much everything that you want to do in life while you're in the military. This is not a prison sentence. This is not something that, you know, gonna trap you. You're still gonna be able to go out into town, and you're gonna be able to have relationships and have fun and hang out with your friends. Yeah, you can't smoke weed, you can't. But for the most part, man, the military is what you make of it. And if you make the best out of it, it can be one of the best experiences of your life. So I hope this video helps you guys. If you guys want a part 2, go to leave a like and subscribe, man. Comment some things that I may have left out, some of your experiences. If you're about to join the military, put that in the comments. I love seeing y'all stories, man. And I really appreciate y'all. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.